Hey Line, hi folks, it's Lev. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, I use him pronouns. Today's video is the 6th episode in my Boxing Taekwondo Tutorial Series, and today I'm going to be teaching boxing. Specifically, jab, cross. So just a little bit of context about my boxing background. I've been training for around 2 years already. I started Taekwondo first, that's like my main specialty. But boxing sort of become my specialty too after I've been training for 2 years. Not a professional athlete, not a competitive fighter, just a very martial arts enthusiast. That's it. Yep. And I'm self-taught in boxing, so I've been learning off YouTube videos. Specifically, Nate Bauer. His channel is Nate Bauer Fitness, and JT from Precision Striking. So those are the two boxing coaches that I've learned a lot from over the past 2 years, and they're the reasons why their videos are the reasons why I've managed to learn this much boxing and become this good at it. And also enjoy Tony Jeffries' videos. So Tony Jeffries is a former Olympic medalist, and he's also a boxing coach. So I recommend you do check out their videos because they explain a lot of things in more depth, and they have a lot of knowledge and very valuable info. Yeah. So boxing, the stance is a little bit different than Taekwondo. Taekwondo, we usually have hands up down here because in sparring, there are head kicks, but then usually we get kicked in the chest area. Boxing, we have our hands up here like this. And with all martial arts, I should say as well, almost boxing, Taekwondo at least, we keep our chin down. Not like all the way down like this, but not all the way up here. This is still too high. We want to tuck our chin down because it protects us from a punch. For example, if I have my chin up like this, someone throws a punch, it hits my neck. If I have my jaw down like this, not extremely like this, but like this, my knuckle, my fist can't get through. It's harder to get through because it'll just hit my chin instead of my neck if it's coming like this. If I do this, bang, chin down, bang, not here, it'll hit here instead. That's the reason why we have our chin down. Okay, so boxing, we have our hands up here like so. We don't want to flare our elbows up. We don't want to flare it out like this or like this. We want to keep it tucked in, not extremely tucked in like this, but like this, reasonable. Not too far out, that's still too far. Like this, not all the way in either. So like this. And we have whichever leg's in front, we have that hand in front. If my left leg in front, I'm not going to have my right hand in front like this. So like this. And I'll show you the footwork. This line's important. So this is boxing footwork. We don't want our feet parallel on the line like this. Pretend we have one foot on either side of the line like this. We don't want it too far apart or too close together like this. Just around this distance. I remember JT from Precision Striking making a video about this, and if we kneel down, and we should be around like one fist away from each other or one boxing glove away. Yep, and we don't want our feet parallel. We want to like pretend there's an invisible line between your feet. One foot on either side, on each side of the line like this. And the reason why we do this is because we have less balance when our feet are parallel like this in boxing. Taekwondo, funny thing is, we actually stand like this. For Taekwondo, we have our feet parallel like this. But boxing, we have the line and foot one foot on each side of the line like so. One thing about stance is we don't want to square up like this. So we wanna sort of angle our body to the side like this. And the reason why we do this is if we square up like this, we're a bigger target. It's easier for the opponent to hit us if we're sparring. I've never done boxing sparring, I think it's like conversion, but this is what I learned. We don't want to open like this because we're a bigger target, which makes it easier for our opponent to hit us. If we turn like this, it's harder for them to hit us. We're a smaller target, bigger target. smaller target, harder to hit. Okay, now that footwork foundations are, or our stance foundations are out of the way, let's get to the punches. So the first punch in boxing, number 1 is the jab and 2 is the cross. So actually also, if you haven't watched my video about how to form a fist and punch properly, or how to form a fist, I'll link that down below. Please go watch that so you know how to form a proper fist to punch, because I'm not going to explain that in depth in this video. Yeah, learning how to punch properly is important so we don't break our arms and legs or dislocate something. Yeah, okay, so boxing stance, hands up. Again, don't flare your elbows out within reasonable thing. Okay, jab. When we punch, right, we don't want to do arm punches. This is an arm punch. This is just me using my arms. Power in like kicks in general, kicks and punches and strikes come from momentum, that's one thing, but then it also comes from rotation. If I just punch like this, it's not going to be as strong as me twisting my hip and sort of a little bit pivoting my leg, not like too far for the jab, but this is just an arm punch like this. This is an arm punch. It's not that strong because the only power that's coming is from my arms, just doing this. But if I punch like this, using my entire body, fun fact, boxing, even though it's mostly punches, we use our entire body, our legs, our feet, our footwork, our abs, rotation. We use our whole body, even though it's mostly punches, or all punches. Yeah, pretty much punches. We don't just use our arms, and that was a misconception I had about boxing when I started. I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna use my arms, but no. Well, it's not powerful. So no, just same with the cross. Literally any punch, we want to use our whole body. We don't want to do this. Oh, a hook, just do this. I'll make a video about hook punches later, but we don't want to do this. Like, no, if I'm throwing a hook, it's you rotating. Back to the jab. We want to bring our shoulder a little bit back. We don't want to bring it all the way back like this, but if we punch, I bring it a little bit back, and then when I bring it back, like so. And with the punch as well, we don't want to do this, so it's rotating. So my hand starts like this, and as I get closer to the target, I twist it like this. I'm not doing this. We don't want to do this. This is not correct. We want to rotate. So as I'm getting close, it's like slow motion. I'll do slow motion. As I'm getting closer to my target, my fist starts turning more and my shoulder comes back more, like so. When we punch, we want to extend our arm straight like this. We don't want to punch like this. We don't want to do this. Even if we rotate, we don't want to do this. Straight punches, fully extended, like so. Slow motion again. I'll do it again. We slowly bring my shoulder back, and as it gets close, my fist gets close to my target, I straighten it out. I don't start with a straight thing like this. Rotate like this. That's the motion. Rotate. So yes, that's the jab. Front hand, bring shoulder a little bit back. We twist our hips as well. Bring it back. And with our non-punching hand in boxing, we always have it next to our chin. So when I punch, we want to avoid doing this, or just completely dropping it, and just like we don't want to drop our hands. And that's a bad habit I used to have. I used to drop my hands down here when I was doing punches. Like, I would drop it down here. It's a really bad habit, and I've worked very hard on trying to not do that and being very mindful of punch, keep your hand to your chin. Non-punching hand to the chin. So that's a jab. I'll do it from this angle. My shoulder comes back a little bit, not too much, a little bit. Rotate. I'll show the full body view of jabs and crosses after I explain the cross. So the cross is the number 2 in boxing, and that's our rear arm. So jab is the front hand, cross is the rear hand, and this one requires more body pivot. I'll show that later. But with the punch, it's the same concept. We rotate and we don't do this, and the cross looks like this. So I bring my left, actually I'll stand on this side. I bring my left shoulder back and I bring my right shoulder forward. The other one, jab, I bring my right shoulder a little bit back. The cross, I bring my left shoulder back, my right shoulder forward. Because if we don't bring our shoulder forward, it's just going to be punching like this. If we don't rotate and bring it forward, it's just going to be like this. We want extension, and to get full extension and to get power, we want to bring it forward like so. Let me demo. And again, no arm punches. Rotate. Rotate my whole body. You see I'm pivoting my hip, and I'm not just doing this. We want to rotate, 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 and full power looks like this. This is me throwing it without slowing down. Rotate, rotate, rotate. And I'm going to emphasize rotating because it's important. Rotate, rotate. Left shoulder back, rotate, right shoulder forward. Now my left shoulder's in the front again. Rotate, rotate. And I should also say it's the exact same concept for southpaw. So I'm right-handed, so I tend to have my right hand at the back. If I have my left hand at the back, it's the exact same concept. Also rotating, also rotating. Same with the jab, also rotating. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same technique regardless of which arm I'm punching from. Still rotating with my left hand, exact same concept. So this is the full body shot again, so you can see my foot pivoting, and I can explain the cross with the foot pivoting. Actually, I'll explain that first. So yeah, with the cross, I'm going to start with the cross. So with the cross, we bring our foot forward like this. So my foot starts out, actually can't do that. My foot starts out like this, but then by the end of it, it's facing my target. So my foot right now is pointing this way. By the end of my punch, my foot's going to be this way, like so. Like so. And this is part of the rotation. This is what I mean by we use our whole body. So it also involves my leg, and not just the top half of my body and doing this. It involves the rotation of my foot as well, like so. And this foot rotation is also why I can bring my right shoulder forward. If I didn't rotate my foot, it's sort of forward, but it's not properly forward. It's just an awkward position. You can give it a try if you like, and you can, hopefully that can help conceptualize what I'm saying. If I just rotate my top half and not my foot for the cross, it's awkward. But if I rotate my whole body, that feels much better. And that's how we get more power as well. And that's the correct technique. The incorrect technique is just using top half. We rotate our entire body. I do it from this angle. My right leg, rotate. It's the exact same for my left leg. I'll do my left leg too. So right now, I have my left leg at the back. I'm punching my left hand. Exact same concept. Exact same concept. Rotate, pivot. Rotate, pivot. And for the for the jab, I just rotate a little bit. Like, I don't rotate my foot to point that way. It's just a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. We don't want to, this is wrong too. If we do this, that is incorrect. We don't want to do that either. Just a little bit. A little bit for the jab. Same, if my left leg's at the back, same thing. Southpaw. Just a little bit. Little bit. No need to do this. A little bit. Yeah, now it's time for the practice with me section. I want to start with my right leg at the back, and I'm going to punch with my left hand first. So my dominant side is at the rear, so I'm right-handed, so I have my right hand and right leg at the back. I'm going to start with that, but I'm going to do both sides. And we're going to start with the jab. We're going to do 5 jabs, 5 crosses on each side. So we're going to start with the jab with the left hand. And this is orthodox. Boxing stance. Get our stance right. I'm just double checking mine. Hands up. And when I count 1, we punch 1. Remember, rotate. Rotate. Remember that. 1. And remember to have the non-punching hand here at your chin. 2. 3, 4, 5. Now I'm gonna do the cross. Actually, I'm gonna do which angle is good. Alright. Now I'm gonna do my cross. So cross is the number 2, and it's the rear punch. And remember the foot pivot, foot rotation, whole body. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stay on this side now. 4, 5. Nice work, yo. Very good. And now I'm going to do southpaw. So I'm going to swap sides. Now my jab's going to be with my right hand. My cross is going to be with my left hand. Exact same concept. And when we punch, we bring it back as well. We don't want to leave our hand dangling out here like this. Once we punch, we bring it back. We don't want to leave our hand lingering out like this. Ready? So, other side now. Exact same thing. We're going to start with 5 jabs, and then we're going to do 5 crosses, and then you're done for this video. Alright. Ready? 1, 2, rotate. 3, rotate. I'm going to stay on this angle as well, try to switch up stuff. 4, rotate. 5, rotate. Right, now we're going to do the crosses on our southpaw side. So, throwing crosses with my left hand. The arm at the back. Ready. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to change angles again. Alright. 4. And 5. Nice work, y'all. Another thing I forgot to mention is if I'm punching with my rear arm or rear hand and my left hand's in front, when I punch, I bring my lead hand to my chin still. I don't leave my lead hand out here when I punch my rear hand. We always bring it back. So if I'm punching with this hand, I bring this back here. If I'm punching with this hand, I bring it back here. Punching with this, bring it back. Still bring it back. That's all for this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you've been enjoying my series. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, anything you'd like to clarify, future video requests, I don't know what my next Taekwondo and Boxing tutorial video is going to be. I haven't planned out that yet, but that's okay. I hope you all have an awesome morning, day, evening, afternoon, night, wherever you may be watching this from, wherever you may be in the world. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.